Hi, this is Devin, and I've come up with a new name. I'm going to call myself the Armchair Thrifter. It's been a while since I posted, but we do have quite a bit of new inventory for our Etsy store called Meowster Designs. And if you're interested, please do go check out our store. My husband and I thrift from our home primarily here in Texas. We purchase from around the country, so we do frequently get boxes of new inventory for our store. So as we get those boxes, I'm going to be sharing some of the items that we've got for our store with you. So you'll get to see these as I'm unpacking them and before I actually get them formally listed on our store. So let's start off. We actually have probably 10 different boxes. Right now I'm just going to go through about 5 of those because it does take a little bit of time to unwrap all of these, and a lot of the items we've recently been purchasing are glass, and so they're pretty extensively wrapped. It takes a little bit of surgical maneuvering to get all of the wrapping off of it. So we'll start with our first box, and I will share where these are coming from just so you have some context of all the different places around the country that we're getting purchases from. And this one is coming from, let's see, this one is from Hillsboro, Oregon. So let's see what we've got. It's definitely something breakable. They've done quite a good job of wrapping this. So let's see here. Get my scissors out. A lot of these places are learning to reinforce their packaging with cardboard even inside of the packaging that they're sending. So we've got bubble wrap and paper on this one. So I'm guessing that this is a piece of ABP. So that's American Brilliant Period cut glass or crystal. As my husband's been finding a lot of really, really lovely pieces of old crystal. And this is good for anybody's house, really. They catch the light really nicely. You can use them as candy dishes or centerpieces on your table or planters. I've got several even in my bathroom just holding soap for the littler pieces that you find. But let's take a look and see what we've got here. So the first exterior bubble wrap's done. And we've got some paper and more bubble wrap, it looks like. So let's see. So this one's very, very well wrapped. And it feels like it's going to be a large glass, maybe centerpiece or bowl or vase maybe. We've been getting ice buckets too, which are kind of interesting, like champagne or wine buckets, which if you have a bar or if you'd like to have guests over, it's really a nice way to display your alcohol. So this is a little wine or champagne bucket, and it's crystal. So if you can see this, it's an absolutely beautiful, probably not ABP, probably more contemporary, but vintage crystal, beautiful dish or beautiful bowl for a wine or glass. People would also use these as centerpieces for floral arrangements on a nice table. So one of the things we've been checking on these is if they are marked. A lot of this glass will have an imprint if it's a known maker. On this one in particular though, I do not see a mark. They can be kind of hard to see. They're typically small acid etched or etched engravings or stamps in the base of the crystal. And I just don't see one on this, but I imagine that we'll get online and we'll see if we can find comparable pieces and see if we can identify a maker. And this one will be on our store within the next several business days. So there's our first one from Oregon. Let's see what the next piece is. Okay, this one is coming from Jennings, Missouri. And I don't know where Jennings, Missouri is, but I have a fragile mark on it. So I'm guessing probably some more glassware. So we have, oh, my favorite, peanuts. So I do not like peanuts. I love them because they do protect things, but they are messy as hell. So this actually has a box and it looks like goblets. It says Edinburgh set of 2 Cobalt Hawk wine goblets. So I'm gonna lean down a minute so I can pull this out without peanuts going everywhere. They're gonna go everywhere, anyway, I think. All right, let's see. The box actually went ahead and opened. So they're just down in there. But if you can see, here's what we have. Edinburgh, it says Crystal Legends, Godinger Silver Art. So this might be silver actually. Let's see. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at that. These are gorgeous. Look at these beautiful cut glass Godinger crystal. And I've really gotten into the cut to clear, like cobalt blue glass. We've found a lot that's like Bohemian glass, like from Czechoslovakia or Polish art. Godinger's a known brand, but these are mint in box still, it appears. Lovely, lovely wine goblets. Let me pull one out here and you can see it a little bit better. Really, really, really pretty. Look at this. So these still are stamped, says Crystal Legends by Godinger. It says handcrafted over 24% lead crystal made in Hungary. So see, you can see how lovely these are. Have two of them in beautiful, beautiful condition. You can hear that lovely crystal tone. But these would make a nice gift, wedding present, or just if you like cobalt blue glass, just adding to your own collection. Very fun when you have friends over to drink wine out of fancy glasses. So there you go. And we do have a friend that we like to have over and drink lots of wine with. So that's always fun. So these will be on the store very soon. So there we go on that. Move some of this out of the way. I do save most of my wrapping and recycle. So as we sell things on the store, I have a collection of all of these boxes and popcorn and wrapping paper that gets recycled and reused for outbound shipments. So here's another box, and this one is coming from Tucson, Arizona. So we've got Tucson, Arizona, and we've got a small piece of what probably is more glass. Nice little bubble wrap package here. Very well wrapped. It does seem a lot of these places that are starting to get their items online from a thrifting perspective. They're learning how to do better at shipping and packaging. Some of the larger thrift retailers actually have local centers where if you're purchasing on their online platform, you can go and do local pickup. So that's also good. If you are familiar with their platforms, look at your local stores and see what they might have available on their online auction sites. Saves you a little bit of the shipping and handling, because that will add to your cost. If you're interested in doing like something like this yourself, you need to think about the cost to ship. Glassware isn't too bad, but you have to be thoughtful about how you're packaging, but you also need to think about weight. When I first started doing this, I had bigger items that I didn't really adjust for shipping costs appropriately for, and it kind of stunned me. This is a lovely, probably not ABP, but copy, beautiful little vase. And so this is hand cut glass again, a very typical pinwheel pattern. If you can see the pinwheel pattern, I don't see a maker's mark on this, but again, that's not unusual for this older cut glass, but definitely kind of in an ABP style with that pinwheel pattern. So absolutely gorgeous, nice deep cuts, beautiful little vase. Again, this will go on our store. You can just imagine how pretty that would look with some, little roses or other little seasonal flowers. So there we go. A good place to look at comps, of course, is eBay. You can do a Google search, and there are a lot of good apps out there as well, so that you can take just simple images of a lot of these items and it'll give you comps and identify the piece for you, let you know kind of when it's from, what the history is. Sometimes it'll be like spot on and tell you who the manufacturer is too, which is very helpful. This one is coming to us from Jennings, Missouri. So we have a lot of Missouri stuff going on today. More wrapping paper, more bubble wrap. And looks like perhaps another vase. So gonna go ahead and get this one undone. They've wrapped it very nicely. Kind of a mummy wrap here. And it smells good. I don't know what they did. It smells like they sprayed something in there. Perfume or something. Ooh, this has got some color to it. So again, I've been very into colored glass lately. Oh, this is lovely. Again, I don't think this is ABP, but this is a more contemporary, almost looks like Waterford to me. It is. This is Waterford crystal. So that's an Irish crystal maker. It's got the Waterford stamp here, if you can see that on the video, a classic Waterford stamp. And this is just a lovely, lovely shade of sort of a ocean blue color. And I wouldn't say cut to clear, but it's definitely a beautiful piece of Irish cut crystal by the Waterford company. So that's another thing that, you know, we found this on a thrifting site. Beautiful pieces of glassware that just really add to anybody's home, bring a nice elegant touch to your house. And again, it's got that beautiful blue color. You can hear that lovely crystal sound there. All right, next box. And this will be the last box for this little video. This is coming from Colorado Springs, Colorado. More paper. I will say this generates a lot of clutter, but if you're organized and you recycle, it becomes manageable. All right, so this one's very well wrapped again. This is heavy. This is a heavy piece. This looks like a very interesting bowl. Oh, that's lovely. This is a globe cut crystal bowl. Let me get the paper out of there so you can see it a little bit better. All right, they packaged that very nicely. This one I do not see a mark on, but this is, again, probably not ABP, but absolutely lovely piece of vintage cut crystal glass. So let me just turn that around a little bit for you all to see. Lovely rose cut pattern. The top has scallop cuts on it. The base has kind of a traditional starburst pattern cut on it. This one, I imagine, when we actually look it up online, we will be able to figure out who the maker is. This one has some very distinct patterns on it, and a lot of the online resources do match these pretty easily to actual makers, but there is no imprint that I can tell on this one. So another beautiful piece of crystal that will be up on our store soon. So again, this is Devin, and thank you for watching. We'll have more videos coming up. We've actually got some more equipment that is going to make these a little bit more palatable for people to watch. Check out our store. It's Meowster, M-E-O-W-S-T-E-R Designs on Etsy. And thanks for watching.